InsideThunder.com, powered by iHeartMedia, Oklahoma City.
Hi, I'm Randy Renner at Chesapeake Energy Arena. The Thunder capped off a wild day of trading with a big win over the Dallas Mavericks. The trade deadline hit at 2 o'clock, and that's when everything broke loose with trades around the NBA. The Thunder, of course, the big news, sending Reggie Jackson and Kendrick Perkins out from Oklahoma City. The Thunder also sending away Grant Jarrett and Ish Smith. They get back Enes Kanter, DJ Augustine, Kyle Singler, and Steve Novak. Guys that will all be here in Oklahoma City and are expected to be productive. I've got a blog on that, and Sam Presti talked about that. We have that video posted for you. And then in the evening, the Thunder came out shorthanded with only 10 players and took it to the Dallas Mavericks. Thunder led by as many as 22 points. They ended up winning 104-89. A huge night from Russell Westbrook. He scored 34 points. Serge Ibaka dominated the boards. He did not take any three-point shots, but he came in and dominated underneath. He ended up scoring 21 points, grabbed a career-high 22 rebounds. The biggest problem for the Thunder, they turned the ball over a bunch. Things got a little ragged in the second half. Thunder with 25 turnovers. Mavs scored 29 points off of those. We had a chance to talk to head coach Scott Brooks after the game.
Well, it was good to get back to playing basketball. I thought we came out of the break, played a good game. We had some stretches were really good ball movement, good defensive execution. Serge was just phenomenal on the boards. 22 rebounds, offensive rebounds. He really gave us a great game. I got sloppy there for a few moments. Actually, probably both teams did, but I thought we did a lot of good things on both ends.
How much of Serge's 2020 game was him just attacking the boards, and how much of it was you telling him he had to because obviously you didn't have a center tonight?
Well, we're shorthanded, but his, those you're gonna have nights like that. He's had nights where he's had high rebounds. I think he's had a 20 rebound game already, but he played a good game. He was attacking on both ends, and a lot of times the ball comes to you. But he was going to get some, go get the offensive rebounds. When he's at the 5, he rolls more, just the way our offense works. But I thought he did a great job.
Moving forward with Perkins being traded and him kind of being the unsung locker room leader, who do you see taking that role?
We're going to miss Perk. Perk, I love Perk, and I love what he brought to our team. His teammates have a lot of respect for him. We do as an organization, but that's part of this business. That's the tough part. It's the tough part is for players, and it's the tough part for coaches. As a coach, this business is obviously you got to know your X and O's, but you got to have relationships. And he's going to be missed, but we're excited about the opportunities that we have ahead. But everybody has to chip in. I think Kevin and Russell's been tremendous leaders, and they've led at a young age, and did a pretty good job. And they've only gotten better. But we asked them to do a lot of things that most 19, 20-year-olds don't do, and they've done a phenomenal job of doing that. And this is just going to give them another opportunity to lead.
Coach, knowing what you have coming in and beating Dallas like that, a memorable day?
Yeah, it's a day. These are emotional days. I'm sure I've been in this situation as a player. Our players, you form a brotherhood with your teammates, but that's part of it. It's the business side of it. You have to adjust, and you have to make the best of it. And I thought we did a good job today. We're a little shorthanded. I've said many times. I had played for Coach Van Gundy in New York. He's always told us you only need 5. Unfortunately, I was never the 5 that he needed. But he always said we needed 5, and we had 10 guys tonight, and I thought everybody chipped in. I thought everybody gave us opportunities. Nick. Everybody down the line was good.
Scott, knowing that we talked before the game, but now you can talk about Perk being gone, is Steven ready to be the defensive center that Perk gave you and Adams now needs to give you?
Well, he's going to have to continue to grow as a defender. but he has to continue to grow as an all-around player. He has a great upside. And the thing that we've talked about many times over the last 7 years, that you play defense as a team, and when you have tough matchups, like a lot of guards in this league are tough matchups, and the team has to stop that particular player. And with Steve, he has to do his part, but Serge, Kevin, Russell, and Dre, all 5 guys have to do their part. But I think he's really learned a lot over the last year and a half. Steven has. He's made big progress in a lot of areas that he struggled last year in. But I still think the experience is going to continue to improve his game. We're excited about his upside, and obviously with Cantors and Steven, we have a pretty good committee right there that both guys can complement each other very well.
Russ said this morning that when you guys play your brand of basketball, you're really tough to beat. What did he do tonight to both establish that brand and then close out the game with it?
Well, we're an aggressive team. We have to continue to be aggressive on the defensive end, cause disruption, cause turnovers, and attack offensively, use our length, our athleticism to score. That's what we do. And we've been a good offensive team the last 4 years. Now we got all our pieces back, and we have new pieces. So there's going to be adjustments that are going to be made while we integrate the group. But it's a process that I'm excited about. Our players are going to embrace it, and we're looking forward to tomorrow.
Scott, with all the public comments Reggie made leading up, the trade request thing coming through, how much of a distraction did his contract issue become for your locker room?
I mean, I don't know how to answer that. You have to ask Reggie that. But I know as a former player and as a coach, you have to have guys that want to be here. You have to have guys that are committed. Reggie obviously is a very good player, and he did a lot of good things for us over the years. But he wanted to start, and he wanted to be a starting point guard. I don't know if you know this, but I'm sure you do, but some other people don't maybe. Russell's pretty good. And so Anthony Russell is pretty good.
Is he an all-star?
Okay. So, I mean, there's just didn't happen if he wanted to start as the point. But Reggie was good for us. I have nothing but a lot of good things to say. He's still a young and developing player, and we wish him the best.
Your thoughts on your new pieces, Enes Kanter and DJ Augustine in particular?
We're excited. DJ, I really like what he has done early in his career. He's battled. He got some early playing time early in his first couple of years, and he didn't play, and then he played, and then he got moved around a little bit. But he's been through some good and some tough times, and I like where he is the last couple of years. He's fought and made himself a really good player. He can make a shot. He can shoot the 3 ball very well. I think he's a career 37% shooter from there. He's been shooting. I think he shot 3 or 4 years of over 40% from there. So, and he understands how to play. He's been in that position all of his life, and he knows how to move the ball. He's not going to just keep it in one place. So I like that. I like Kanter's ability to score down low, and he's an offensive rebounder. He's 22 years old, and we have a great future with him. We're going to keep working him every day and demand that he works every day like we have with all of our guys. But he's a great pickup. We obviously miss Perk, but when you have, as part of the business, you have to give up pieces to get a piece. But I think what he brings enthusiasm. I've been following him the last couple of years, and he seems to have a good spirit about him. He seems to really enjoy the game. You like that from your bigs, that really enjoy the game.
Coach, for you as a coach, in your mind, what goes through your mind when you see these new pieces come, and then, how immediate do you come to a point where is it through practice or just knowing some of them and their background through film? What goes through your mind when you're trying to put together what I can do for situational purposes, especially as you come down a stretch run where you're going to need them more?
Yeah, there's a lot of things that have gone through my mind over the last, 7 or 8 hours. But I did my best to focus on the Dallas Mavericks, and it was hard at times because we were trying to figure out what we're going to do the next couple of days, and when we're going to have the guys, how we're going to integrate them into our system. but I'm excited about the challenge. It's been definitely a different type of year for us. We've had to overcome a lot of different things that we haven't necessarily overcame in the past with all of our injuries. But this is a challenge that we're excited about. We have some really exciting pieces. Sam has always done a good job of building this team, and he's always given me the freedom to coach the team and find ways to mix and match all the talented pieces that we have. And as the coach, you can't play them all, but you have to figure out how you can have how they all can impact the team. And sometimes your impact is in practice. Sometimes your impact is a couple of minutes. Sometimes your impact is just taking the ball out of bounds. But I have to figure out ways to have 15 guys believing in the same thing.
Scotty Brooks excited about moving forward with the new players, excited about the win. The Thunder will practice on Friday before they fly to Charlotte, that they are hoping to have all 4 of their new players here in Oklahoma City to undergo physicals on Friday, and then hopefully they get through that process in time for those guys to get on the charter flight for Charlotte. That game is Saturday. Depending upon all of that, some or all of those, the 4 new players could play at Charlotte on Saturday, or if they can't do that, then they certainly would be available, you would think, for Denver. The Nuggets will be here on Sunday. Keep it right here. We'll update you as we move through the weekend on InsideThunder.com.